Hello, welcome back to Fred Literally in the Shed, and on this video, as you can see, I'm trying out my setup for the big net that's coming up very soon. I'm getting really excited about that, really looking forward to getting on the big net. Set up the little Raddy radio here, which is basically a CRT1. At the moment it's receiving channel 30 on the Euro band, and we've got a skip coming in. So it just proves that it works. That's the radio I want to use. I like to use a basic radio if I can. These are around about, I think, £65–70 now. So it's an entry level radio. Puts out 4 watts legal power. Now that would be enough to get me onto the net. I could certainly get across to Echo Dave. If Echo Dave is going to chair the net, I don't know, because as I said before, Jake in Highgate is unfortunately without an antenna as far as I'm aware, so it might not work out as well as I hope. I'm hoping Echo Dave will come on, and this little radio just with the 4 watts, that would get me out to Echo Dave. However, other people come on and it gets busy and the noise level goes up. The 4 watts will not get me across to Jake in Highgate if Jake comes on the net. So I'm going to use a little helper. I'm going to use this Satagi B150. Now, I'm not a great fan of these cheaper linear amplifiers. I've said this before in other videos. I think you're better off, if you're going to go down this route, is to get a used HF radio. These aren't very clean. They splatter a lot of RF interference right across the band. If you ever look at one of these on a scope, it's massive. However, they do the job, especially on FM. Now, they say these will take up to 10 watts of power. Little is better with these amplifiers. A few of you have said this on the comments before, but basically if you can run a couple of watts into this, it will work better than if you run, say, 6–8 watts into it. This radio here, unfortunately I was just looking at the menu system, it doesn't seem to be a way to turn down the power, so I might look at putting 4 watts into this. And that's part of this video as well. I've got this power meter here. I'm going to connect this up in a moment and we'll have a look, see exactly how much power is coming out. I really need about 30–35 watts. That's my sweet spot to get around everybody on my own net. I don't really want to put out much more than that, but I may not have any choice, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. I've got it on this old plastic briefcase thing in here, which is full of light bulbs. I don't know, I might change that. I'm not sure. I don't know how it looks. It looks a little bit crappy to me. So right, I'm going to set up the power meter now, and I'm going to choose a blank channel. I don't want to go over these guys. Thing is about my setup also is my antenna is tuned for sideband, so its lowest SWR is on 27305, which is our net frequency, and UKCB obviously is a lot higher than that. It's not that far below the 10 metre band really. So as I go on to UKCB, and we'll be on channel 27, unfortunately my SWR creeps up, so I need to be aware of that. I think yeah, this will tell me what the SWR is, so it's probably going to be about 1.5, 1.6, maybe higher, so I have to be a bit careful running a little extra power. Okay, let's set this up and let's see how much power we get. Okay, I've got that connected. Mostly on the night I won't be using this in line. I'm just using all 213 right the way through from the antenna straight into the radio. I'm just using a little patch lead. I know this is controversial. I did a video on this a while ago. Where would you put a power and SWR meter in this kind of setup? Do you put it before the amplifier or after the amplifier? I'm doing this after the amplifier because I just really want to know how much power I'm going to be putting out to the antenna. So whether this gives me an accurate SWR reading once the amp is switched on, I don't know. Let me put the camera on a tripod because I have been throwing it around a little bit. I do apologise for that. Okay, I'm on channel 27 on the UK band. Let's just key up now. Yeah, there you go. So I'm putting out 3.4 watts out the radio, SWR 1.55. Excuse me. So yeah, I thought that's what it would be. I thought about 1.6. That's okay. That's acceptable. There's not much I can do about that. I'm not going to tune the antenna just for the net. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch on the amplifier. I know I've got the power meter on top of the amplifier. That's typical Fred in this shed, isn't it? Okay, so we're now going to switch on the amplifier. Check the channel's clear. And let's see what we get now. Okay, that's not too bad, is it? So the SWR is holding about the same, 1.5, and we're getting about 52 watts. Something like that. I'll just let that, it was flashing alert for some reason. Efficiency 96%. Yeah, so 1.5 on the SWR. Audio 1.2, audio. There's no fluctuation, of course, on FM because it's just a carrier signal. Yeah, so 50 watts. I think I can actually show that on the antenna, I think, on this. Let's have a go. So I don't know if... There you go. So yeah, 53 watts on the... and at the antenna, roughly 52 watts. So I'm losing about maybe 2 watts. Something like that. Efficiency 95%. That's about as much power as I really want to run. It's probably a little bit more than I would have liked to have run, to be honest. Next thing will be to get a radio check. The microphone that comes with this little raddy here, we'll call it a CRT1. It's actually a really good microphone. I've had some really good audio reports, but you never know when you run it through an amplifier whether it's going to distort, something like that. There won't really be anyone on the chat on the CB at the moment, I don't think. I'm saying that. Yeah, rig check. Rig check on the 19. Rig check calling out. Anyone give us a rig check? Calling out rig check. Rig check on the 19, please. Anyone give us a quick rig check? So yeah, that's pretty typical. Just shows you I don't get contacts all the time. Well, I think it'll work. I think it'll be okay. As I say, something always goes wrong. It doesn't matter. You do all this testing and everything, and you get everything great and working. Come the big night, something will go wrong. Microphone will start cutting out, or we'll get a high SWR warning. I believe I resoldered this connection bar here, this 213, because I had a problem with this before. But I just need to get a radio report. I think I need to tidy this up. This looks a bit awful. Got the old Americans blasting in on channel 6 on the Super Bowl channel. Lots of Euroskip coming in as well. So little radio's doing well. The receive is certainly very sharp. Not much chance of getting a radio check with these guys though. That's it. Yeah, I say it's only just to get onto the net really, and get into the log, and then I say the receive's quite good as well. It's quite it's a nice little rig actually, this radio. I mean, only about 60 or 70 quid now, but to get started, well, say with a little amplifier as well, it's sort of all you need really.
Yeah, it should work fine. It'll be on channel 27, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be on channel 27 on the. That'll be on the UK Muppets. Say 2nd of November. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I can tune to that frequency. If you want to give it a quick try and then come back here.
Yeah, I think I can do that. Okay, I'll see you on 27 Muppets.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me, Fred?
Yeah, I'm getting you, no problem. I can't hear anyone else.
I thought I heard you say Phil. I thought you were calling for Phil in Bushy there.
No, I was just calling you. No, it sounds clear to me. I've got more noise here. I've got about 3 to 5 of noise. But no, you're coming through loud and clear.
Yeah, good, okay. You're coming through a bit muffled here, but I had the digital noise on and it caused you to sound muffled, but I've taken that off and you sound fine now.
Oh, that's the Roger. Is it just single modulation? Is there any other like stations in the background now? Is it clear?
No, it's clear. A little bit noise when you're on key in the background there, but no, it's coming through fine. No other audio at the moment.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, so this is the setup I'll be using. It's getting quite nice and warm now. It's been a bit chilly in the shack. So that was a good test. You never know if anything's going to go wrong. The radio itself, it's barely warm. Barely warm. The amplifier, well, it's a little bit toasty, but it is going to warm the shack up because it's a little bit chilly in here at the moment. And that mass speaker, that sounded pretty good actually. Not as good as my Kef speaker, I must admit. But at the moment that is broken. So that will need to be fixed. As always, thanks to Dan there for giving me that radio check. I'm going to shoot up and go on the 305 now and speak to him on sideband. I haven't spoke to him for a few days. So I'm going to bring this one to a close now. Sorry it's a little bit haphazard, a bit handheld, a little bit chucked together, not probably my usual quality. Please forgive me for that. As always, there is the thumbs up for your view time. Really appreciate you tuning in to Fred in the Shed. Look out for future videos, look out for the big net video, and of course take care, look after each other. Catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.